Orioles down in Tampa Bay, and your poll results from Twitter coming up next on this edition of MASN All Access. What's up, everyone? Welcome to All Access. I'm Sara Perlman, and thank you for joining. Got a good show for you today, but unfortunately, let's start by recapping the loss from last night a little bit. So the Orioles fell to the Indians 5-2, and Wade Miley was on the hill yesterday, and he allowed 4 runs and 8 hits in the 5 innings he was in, and he threw 111 pitches in those 5 innings. And in case you guys didn't know, the Orioles have allowed 5 runs or more in 19 straight games, which is just 1 game shy of the major league record set by the Phillies back in 1924. There's nothing really funny about it, but listen to what Wade Miley said after he was asked about what the team thought about this record and giving up so many runs.
I mean, if there has been, it's kind of between us. It's in-house, so we're going out there and we're working our tails off and trying to get back on track, and I think we're moving in the right direction.
So obviously the team's talking about it in the clubhouse, and I think that's completely normal, and they should keep it to themselves. They're working through it, and I think if Wade Miley says they're heading in the right direction, they are. He seems like a leadership role. He's normally solid on the mound. He's going through a little bit of a rough start, so during this time, they're actually still trying to find out that solid pitching rotation. And this week, I was actually able to talk to Buck about what this team needs to do to become more consistent, and he's very aware of what they need to improve on.
Well, a lot more consistent. I appreciate it. You know, the thing that's kind of behind the scenes has bothered me is defensively, one thing we've been known for, we're doing some unforced errors, making some that, you know, like in basketball, unforced errors, and things that, you know, the opposition isn't forcing, and that's been a challenge for us. And, of course, you know, everybody wants to hang it around pitching. I think it affects a lot of different areas when you're getting some short starts. You know, we'd like to have the same 11 or 12 pitchers and never make a move. But some of the short starts have made us have some real, just some choppy feel and inconsistency to our pitching staff. So if we could settle in there for a couple times around the rotation and get some consistent starts, I think a lot of things would kind of solidify.
Now, I know we all want a little bit stronger starting rotation for the Orioles, but speaking of keeping a more consistent rotation, Ubaldo Jimenez remains in the rotation after holding the Cardinals to 2 runs over 7 innings last week. So Ubaldo will be on the mound tonight at Tropicana Field as the Orioles are facing the Rays in this 3-game series, and he's 5-2 with a 3.47 ERA in 9 career starts against the Rays. So hopefully he'll be solid tonight on the mound for the Orioles. And as for the Rays, Chris Archer is on the hill. Archer's been pretty successful lately. He has 9 quality starts in his last 15 outings this season, and he's gone 6 or more innings in his last 6 starts. But the Orioles offense has been really strong against him, and we took a poll earlier today asking what you guys thought who would hit a homer tonight. And we offered Mancini, Scope, Trumbo, and Smith. And you guys voted Trey Mancini, 54%. Wow. Well, for the record, Mancini has never faced Archer. Scope is 6 for 19 and batting .316 against him. Trumbo's batting .278 versus Archer, and Seth Smith 4 for 10 with 3 doubles against the starter. I'm not telling you who I voted for, but I hope Trey Mancini hits one tonight so you guys can either validate my answer or maybe make me regret my answer. That's okay. If anyone hits a home run, I'm happy, you're happy. But Trey Mancini, let's see if he can do it, and you'll see that on MASN too. So stick with us tonight. All the game coverage you need. 5 o'clock, Mid-Atlantic Sports Report, 6:30, O's Extra, and 7 o'clock, Orioles at Tropicana Field taking on the Rays. That's on MASN too. I'm Sara Perlman. Thank you so much for watching All Access. But as I leave you, take a look at this story on 14-year-old catcher Luke Terry. He's an unbelievable teenager and an even better person and passionate about baseball.
14-year-old catcher Luke Terry has a bit of an unconventional throwing motion, but it works to perfection.
He had tremendous accuracy, did a great job with his transfer, didn't drop one.
And he didn't set out to be a pioneer.
He just wants to play ball.
Luke lost his arm after an E. coli infection when he was 19 months old, so he had to get a little creative.
I was just in the backyard one day just fooling around trying to come up with a faster way to get the ball out of my glove. And I just come across it.
That accent comes from his home state of Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
The same home state as another catcher.
He's only 20, 30 minutes from me in Tennessee.
Caleb and Luke got in some work on Wednesday.
I offered to give him my jersey and let him catch tonight. That's how good his throws were.
Before Luke caught the first pitch of that night's game. It was all the idea of a former big league backstop.
We're riding home, and my wife Jamie and son Stone has sent me the video of Luke. So I said it'd be pretty cool to have him come to Baltimore.
With a chance for Luke to show off his skills this fall.
So I know he's trying out for the high school baseball team next year.
Luke is still looking for skills to add to his repertoire.
You know, he was watching O'Day throw, and I said, "You thinking you hit that?" He goes, "I'd like to try."
Paul Mancano, MASNsports.com.